Open for business. All right, I haven't done one of these in a while. Normally I put all my stuff on a whiteboard and kind of, you know what I mean, like go at this with some sort of plan, I guess you could say. But I mean, it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna just kind of ad-lib this one because there's been a lot of shit that I've been posting that have been weighing on my brain and stuff. So I'm just gonna get right into it. You know, yeah. I got all my hair growing in here, so yeah. Normally, I at least look presentable, and I think that's kind of funny for a person like me. I got my head tattooed since the last time I've been online. Drove all the way out to the island, I guess, Nanaimo, Duncan area there. I had to do 2 days in a row, got it done. I'm just glad it's done. It was a good time, I guess you could say, knowing that at least I'm covered, and now I want to get everything else done, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, okay, so let's dive into the tattoo portion of this, which I always open up with the tattoo portion. And this one's gonna piss off a lot of fucking people. I think both things are gonna piss off a lot of people, but Society's Scapegoat is about it's about how everything's blamed on us anyways. And when I say us, I mean it could be anybody. It could be men, it could be whites, it could be, you know, from race to gender to sexuality to everything. As long as you aren't the person who is, what do they call that? You know, like, what the fuck is it called? They're getting rid of it in the U.S. right now. Now it's deemed racist to do, what the hell is it? I can't think of the word. But basically it's like, oh, well, these people are, you know, it's DEI, whatever the fuck that stands for. Hey mom, what does that DEI shit stand for? Diversity something, right? DEI, oh never mind, I remembered. So diversity something and inclusion. So basically it's like we're gonna force a business to be diversified in order to hire a bunch of people who are underskilled and can't do a better job, okay? So they're getting rid of it in the States now. I believe RFK and Trump made a law now that, like, literally that's racism. So it's like the person who is best suited for the job was not getting the job because of religion or color or fucking gender or sexuality. Like, all of those are supposed to matter somehow. And if it does, then it's probably not the podcast or whatever you want to call this for you. And yeah, I've had a couple of these today, and that's what I do when I get on my podcast. Sometimes I start, sometimes I'm already in the middle of it. So if you don't like that and that offends you, fuck you, I don't care, turn this off. You're literally the people that this is why I made the show. So anyhow, in the tattoo industry, the diversity and equity and all that fucking bullshit, it's never really touched on or spoke about. But years ago, when social media came out, all of a sudden, now the tattoo industry is about followers. It's about filtering your fucking work with polarized filters, which fucking suck. I touched on that subject before. Any fucking artist doing that is a piece of shit. I don't give a shit. You can fucking say what you want. At least go on wahootattoo.com or at wahoo.tattoo, and you're gonna see unfiltered work from a person who's been doing it for over 28 years now. and literally has gone through fucking, you know, hate groups online and fucking people trying to shut my business down and this, like all of it. I couldn't give a shit. Fuck all of you guys. I don't care. I've had most of my fucking former employees all fucking backstab me and everything else. And it's like, oh, well, you deserve it. You're a fucking dick. You're an asshole. It's like, no, I'm not a dick. I'm not an asshole. My clients know how much work I put into everything. Anyways, social media comes out and now you gotta bite your tongue. You're not allowed to say whatever you want. You have to fucking agree to all these stupid fucking things that the client wants. Well, back in the day, it was like, yeah, guys who were just like, fuck you, this is what you're getting, and that's fucking it. I've never been like that. People say that I've been like that. People will tell you I'm like that, but I actually work with the client. I do an interview. I go one-on-one with them to discuss everything. I measure the body part perfectly so that when I design it, there is zero time wasted. There's none. It's perfect every single time the client comes in. I even had a client come up from Toronto one time, and because my employees decided to fucking half-ass measuring him, he drove all the way up from Toronto to Sudbury, which is 4.5 hour drive, rented a hotel and everything, and I had to fucking freehand the design, which took like 2.5, 3 hours. It was like an asteroid belt with an explosion and everything else. All because one fucking guy that worked with me, that I gave a career to, chose not to take 10 fucking minutes to do it right. So basically, yeah, like I set the standards high when I'm trying to teach somebody. And you know what? When a person learns, all they fucking see is money. They see money, they see fame, that's it. That's all they fucking care about. I couldn't give a shit about any of that. A lot of people would say, you know, back in the day, well, I was kind of like that. I was young and fucking always, you know, got into clubs and fucking did this. Yeah, but I always wanted to meet the owners and shake their hands, thank them for the hospitality, everything else, because I was a business owner. I was trying to set things up so that when we go out and everything else, it looks like we're kind of famous or whatever, and that thus people come up to us when we're in those clubs and they want to hang out and have drinks and talk, and then hopefully the next day they want to get a tattoo. But throughout like the history of my entire career, it's led me to the spot now where I can't stand the public. I legit have so much social anxiety. It's super, super hard. So I can't really work in studios anymore. It breaks you mentally. Like when you put your all into your work and society changes and everything now has to be done online, well, everything online is fake. Like it's fake filtered work. It's these bougie fucking, oh, look at me pouring the ink, and then it's like, so they get, you know, I don't know if they're paying people to do this or they're doing it themselves, but they make these little reels and all this shit with like flashy words and it's fucking ridiculous. Like when I'm following an artist, I just want to see the fucking work they fucking posted. I don't give a shit about the peeling of the stencil. All of that is for fucking retards. So like, I don't want the people as clients that fucking like that shit. Like, you're fucking stupid if that's what it is. And yeah, man, you shouldn't say that, you shouldn't say that. Well, here's what I'm gonna say, and this is the big one that I shouldn't be saying, but I'm gonna say it anyways because I'm just done with it, is that if it was back in 1998 when I first started tattooing, I wouldn't have even got a job if it was right now. And it's not because of my attitude or anything, because my attitude back then was great. I worked with customers. I fucking worked so much overtime that on the average day, I worked 12 to 16 hours a day. Every single fucking day, 6 fucking days a week for at least the first 10 fucking years. So, like, I worked in an old school walk-in shop, but it was actually booking appointments. I was booked up 6 to fucking 8 months in advance. So our boss at the time would give us like these down days where we'd play paintball or, you know what I mean? Just do your own thing, and we're taking 2 days off. You know what I mean? No matter what, we're closing the fucking studio and that's it because we got too busy. This is pre-Facebook. This is pre-MySpace, pre-fucking Instagram. All that shit didn't even exist. But I wouldn't have had a chance because I'm a male. Because I don't have followers. I couldn't care about what's online because everything's fake. But if you're a woman nowadays, every single woman getting into the tattoo industry now has 5 to 10,000 followers simply because they're hot. Even the tattoo women back when I started, there wasn't a lot of hot tattoo women. Like there weren't a lot of 10s out there, but it was always based off your art, and then your art, and then how hard you work. That was it. That's how you got your chance. It was like, I'm gonna prove myself by drawing every fucking day and everything else. Now, these studios hire women left, right, and center because they got followers. That's it. It's the number one. It's like, oh, they're hot, so maybe I could fuck them. Maybe it would be cool to have a relationship with them. Maybe this, maybe that. It doesn't matter. All those maybes, like, yeah, there was some guys who used women at like the apprentices and everything. So, but that's in every fucking job. Every job in the fucking world was like that. Now, do I condone it? No. But at the same time, right now, the tattoo industry is flooded with women. And there's some great artists that have come out of it. Like, don't get me wrong, they're fucking amazing. And I follow some of them online because they're inspirational. Now, would they have been given their chance back in the late 90s? I don't know. More than likely. But most people back then weren't applying because there was no social media. You had to work 10 times as hard to get a follower. So your follower wasn't a follower online, it was a follower in real life. It was you going out, you talking, you meeting people. And a lot of people couldn't do it. I know I did it and it broke me. It broke me after fucking like 2 decades. I can't even do it anymore. Like, I just can't. But part of that being broken is because there's so many fake people. Now, when you're online, you kind of escape all that. You can do whatever you want. Well, now, all these shops, though, they hire these women because a woman with 5 to 10,000 followers, simply because she's cute and starts working at a shop, that's 5 to 10,000 followers instantly. But a guy who has great fucking work ethic, awesome drive, it doesn't even matter if they're big like me or if there's some fucking GQ model with fucking washboard abs, whatever. If that dude only has, say, 500 or 600 followers, then he's not getting hired. He could be the best fucking artist in the world and nobody would ever know. And that's why a lot of these women have become such great artists, because when myself, I wasn't even like, people thought I was good right off the bat. Everybody was, oh man, you know, kissing my ass and doing all this shit. Like, I never, to this day, I know there's always room for improvement. That's what I do. I fucking work. I try to improve. I try to do my best work every single time. And I teach myself what to fucking do. I figure it out. I get it done. Without filters, without bullshit. I work with the client one-on-one. And I try to create these visually stimulating ideas. But a lot of these fucking women now who are getting their foot in the door, well, all the women clients are lining up for them to go, girl power, you know, like, we could do all this and I'm gonna support you. So bam, they got client after client after client. All the males wanna fucking try to fuck them. They want to add them on social media to be like, oh, check it out, this is my fucking tattoo artist, and fucking I get to sit with her, and fuck, man, I'm trying to fucking bang her, and blah, 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 blah. She's so hot, she's so amazing. It's like, if a guy could get that kind of fucking recognition, where it's like you just have people lining up and going like, do whatever you want, do whatever you want, do whatever you want. Well, of course you're going to get better and better and better. it's a lot easier to talk somebody into what they want when that person's like, well, you know, I'm kind of interested in you. And this even happens amongst men, because when I had my studio, so I had a studio where I had, I think, 5 artists under me at one time, okay? And this person walked in and wanted a portrait. Now, I was the only person there that did portraits. That's it. It was in my portfolio. Everybody knew it. Sorry. Anyways, everybody knew I was like the portrait guy, whatever. So when somebody walked in, it was a girl who wanted a portrait done. They're like, okay, well, Dennis could do the portrait. And she's like, yeah, I don't want him. And it's like, well, what do you mean? Like, Dennis is the only guy that does portraits here. So then she looks over at a younger guy, way more fit, skinny, basic fucking little dude guy, and goes, I don't care what it is, I want that guy to do it. And it's like, no, he will not even do the tattoo because he's an apprentice. And it's like, well, what can he do? Well, he could do butterflies and stuff, like butterflies, tribal, whatever. Okay, then fuck it. I'm going to change my mind and get it. That's how fucking dumb society has become. It's like, we had cameras in the studio. She could have brought in friends. Like, we had separate rooms and everything. So if she was too uncomfortable, it wouldn't matter. We had cameras right there. And she could have brought friends or family in with her to make sure, like, the big tattoo guy didn't hit on her or whatever. Like, when I do my tattoos, I'm fucking professional as fuck, besides some swearing, and that's about it. But this is how dumbed down society has become. That's why I can't work at a walk-in studio anymore. I can't deal with that kind of stuff. And with the amount of women, like, the last convention I ever worked, I walked around and it was at least 50-50, which has never been occurred. But like, when you look at the guys were all just like some big guys, some fucking hairy dudes, some this, some that, whatever. Every fucking chick, I'd say at least 9 out of 10 chicks were 10s. And why? Because they made that shop money. Then they only fucking work at that shop for 6 months, maybe a year at the most. Then they leave and they only hire fucking women after that. So you see online all the time, like, oh, all women tattoo shop, very friendly, just complete and utter divide. So the divide in Canada is real, and the divide in the tattoo industry is real. And I had a person working for me. I reached out to try and get a friend a job, and he doesn't even have fucking room that I can guest spot. So I just cut him out anyways. He was the last of them all, and he'd go fuck himself. You bastard, I'm talking about you. Yeah, I name drop. You can fucking suck a dick, and I hope one day we can run into each other, and then I can see what you want to say about that. But you're a piece of shit. You fucking fucked up the fucking industry. How many fucking girls you got fucking going in and out of there, and all the fucking dudes that worked for you left because you don't care. You don't give a shit about anything. You built a name that we helped build your name, and then you went fucking sideways. You're a fucking sellout, even though you're an old school tattooer. Like, make it make sense. It's fucking hilarious, man. You're legit the problem. So yeah, that's funny. All right, so that's my rant on that. And if you guys are gonna open up a tattoo studio, at least be fucking men enough to fucking hire men. And for the women that are opening all women studios, be a fucking boss. Hire a fucking man. Teach a fucking man. You're a woman who made it to where you did. Like, you don't need to hold the industry down if a male goes in there and has adequate education and skill, but you do, and it's disgusting. So now we're going to talk about the other divide. Good old fucking Canada. I'm pretty sure it's the same way in the States, but I don't know. I don't travel to do tattoos down there. I'd love to get my foot in the door, but it would take a shop that knows my mind and works like how I work. Like, art before everything. I don't give a shit about what fucking lifestyle you're from or whatever, as long as we can agree on a great piece and make it the best. And that's how the whole industry should be. Anyways, so now the divide in Canada. Driving across Canada, first of all, is a fucking nightmare. I know I spoke about this in one of my older podcasts of how much Canada rips its own citizens off and anybody traveling here. To get a fucking hotel in Ontario or Manitoba is insanity. We're talking about little towns like Dryden, $400 plus tax for the night at a normal hotel, like a Comfort Inn or whatever. And then you got your surtax on top of that for tourists, like yeah, Dryden's a tourist place. Sudbury, Ontario, a tourist place. Fuck you, Sudbury, a tourist place. Then we're in fucking Sudbury for $150 trying to save some money, and the whole hotel room wasn't clean. The whole fucking thing. And guess who owns all these hotels? They're all brown people. And that sounds racist, doesn't it? Well, it's not racist. The fact is, when you get 10 fucking people being given $86,000 from the government, plus they're getting fucking food vouchers, plus they get to fucking stay in hotels for up to a year. You get 10 of them together, they're buying up hotels, they're buying up Essos, they're buying up everything with Canadian fucking money, and then they fucking run it into the ground. And it doesn't fucking matter. They just keep doing it. And you're not allowed to complain. As soon as you complain, you're a racist. Like, nobody does anything about it. And I've had racism pointed towards me in Canada constantly. And not racism like for being white, but just being covered in tattoos. So I got my credit card, everything's good. You have to, and by the way, in fucking Canada now, you have to put down a security deposit to book a hotel room. So let's say your hotel room is $200 for the night. Well, you have to have an extra $100 on your credit card. I think I brought this up before. So it's $300 a night, and then $100 gets reimbursed within 1 to 5 business days, which is fucking bullshit. So now you can't even get a hotel in Canada if you had, $250 in your account or left on your card, and the room is $200. You cannot stay there for the night, even though you can afford it. You can't afford it now. That's what this has become across the states. Not like that. And if anybody who's viewing from the states knows, I drive across the northern states. So I'm in like Michigan, Wisconsin, Michigan, Wisconsin, I want to say Minnesota and North Dakota, and there might be one more out there. Anyways, every time I stayed in a hotel in one of those, never a security deposit. Always white people working there, and once in a while it might be a different ethnicity, like it could be a black person, it could be Chinese person, but I don't see a lot of the Indian type people there. But when I go there, I'm greeted with perfect English, perfect. I can understand everything that they tell me as soon as I walk in. Super friendly, doesn't matter, I'm covered in tattoos. I never even book ahead. In Canada, I have to book ahead with my card, because if I don't and I walk in, they always say they're booked up. They take one look at the tattoos and they say, no way. I even went to a place that I booked online, and my dog was in the car and my mom was there, and we couldn't find a fucking place. We drove for 16 fucking hours to find a half decent fucking place, and then we finally made it to the border, just outside of Winnipeg, I believe we were. Anyways, I found one. We pull in there at 12:30 or 1 at night. The guy has the door locked, and he's like, what do you want? And I'm like, I got a reservation. Well, you better have a reservation. And then it took us fucking 25 minutes to get into the hotel. And he could barely speak English. And he was cleaning, he was working the counter and everything. You could tell this guy was overworked. So I don't know if they made them do all that shit or whatever, but it was like, dude, we're trying to get into our goddamn room to fucking eat and sleep. That's all we want to do. The fact that we got to jump through all these fucking hoops was fucking total bullshit. And he could barely fucking speak English. But that's not just that. They're buying up small motels and everything. So when you go to them and you go to check in, they just look at you and go, no, no, no. Because they're being told to be fucking racist against people who look like me. Like, it's fucked up. And they're allowed to be. They're fucking ignorant as fuck. So I've been driving back and forth for 2 or 3 years now. I pump my own gas because everywhere in Canada you have to pump your own gas. There's almost no services anymore anywhere. So I know how to pump my own gas. I've been doing it for years. I know how to pump my own gas. Anyways, it was a long trip back and I go to use this thing in North Battleford, which is a disgusting fucking place. Let me tell you, it's fucking horrible downtown there. When people talk about downtown Toronto and fucking meth heads and fucking fentanyl fucking fuck ups and everything, yeah, go to North Battleford, just go downtown there and you're gonna be like, this is Canada. This is like every fucking place in Canada is like this. So I hope that people in the States realize how good they got it. Now, I'm sure there's going to be bad parts, but every fucking northern place I drove through, man, has been beauty and affordable. Affordable gas, affordable hotels, no security deposits, all friendly people at every gas station, at every restaurant I've gone to. Every single fucking place I've ever been driving across the States, I've had a good fucking experience. So far. Now, I am Canadian, and I know that they're getting sick of our fucking elbows up bullshit, but I ain't one of those, you know? I'll fucking tell somebody as soon as they get in my face, yo, check out my fucking Facebook, bro. Like, I'm from Canada, but it's a fucking shithole out there. So anyways, I go to fucking pump the gas. Well, it won't work. The fucking pump won't work. So I go in, and the girl who could barely fucking speak English is like, you don't know how to do it, just pay here. And I'm like, I know how to do it. Reset your pump. The pump isn't working. I'm like, don't tell me I don't know how to do it. And I'm not paying in here and then having my card reimbursed. Like, that's one of these fucking things. There's a fucking, going off topic, but I don't care, I'm going off topic. There's a fucking little town in between Regina and Saskatchewan. And there's 2 gas stations there. And they don't have card readers. So you have to go in to pay. So normally you just start pumping your gas. So I go to the Esso, the first one. Well, I go to pump and the pump won't turn on. So I go inside, I'm like, what's going on? Pump won't turn on. Well, you have to pay first. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. Like, I didn't have my credit card with me. And normally I do, but I'm like, I only got my Interact. I'm like, I'm trying to fill up my car, so I don't know how much it's gonna take. It's like, yeah, well, give us $150 and whatever you don't use, we'll reimburse. And I'm like, now I have to fucking call my bank to fucking make sure that they don't fucking rip me off and everything else in the middle of fucking nowhere. So it's just like, fuck you guys. And there's like 4 of them sitting behind the fucking counter, all like how many fucking people did they fucking rip off? So I told myself I never fucking run out of gas before I get to that town. Fuck that. I always make sure when I'm leaving fucking Saskatoon or if I'm leaving Regina that I'm gonna fucking not gas up in that town. I can get gas somewhere else, you know, before or after the trip. So anyways, I fucking forgot because I was probably chatting with somebody or listening to music and just whatever. Gaslight comes on and I'm like, oh, place called Davidson. So anyways, I'm like, well, fuck it. I'll go to the other one. I think the other one was called Fast Gas. So I go there, pull in, no card reader on the pump. I was like, oh, let me fucking guess. So I pick up the pump. Well, it starts pumping. I'm like, okay, cool. So I fill up my vehicle. I walk in. All old, normal fucking white people and fucking I think there was a Chinese guy back there, whatever. There was like a pizza place and stuff in there. They're like, hey, da 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 da. And I'm like, can I just use the bathroom? Oh, go ahead. You know, went use the bathroom, grab a pop and everything. And I'm like, I really admire the fact that you guys, you know, let you pump before and not pay and then reimburse. And they're like, oh, you've been to the other place, eh? And it's like, yeah. I was like, I promised myself I would never gas up in this town again. Because of that. Because of the fucking ignorance. You fucking go into this small little fucking town, you buy out the fucking business from the fucking owner, and then it's like, oh, we don't trust anybody. We don't trust anybody now. It's like, well, I'm sorry, but we're not like that here. You know, we're fucking Canadians. We're goddamn, like, you're not in the big fucking city anymore. You know what I mean? It's absolutely disgusting. Anyways, now back to the fucking other bitch here. So she tells me I don't know how to use it and to prepay there and she can reimburse. And I was like, no, it's not happening. I'm like, just redo the pump. So now, instead of paying, I just wanted $25 because I knew that could get me home, no problem. And now I can fucking do it at the pumps that I normally do it in my town at $1.20 a liter instead of $1.30. So it's like, hey, every penny counts nowadays. Thanks a lot, Carney and you liberal fucks that voted for him. So anyways, I go to fucking use it. I'm like, fuck it, $200. I know, like, I got all this stuff on my credit card, so I know they can't rip me off, blah, blah, blah. $200 max. Okay, perfect. Enter your code. Perfect. Pull out your card. Cool. Pull out my card. Select the grade. Okay, lift the handle. Won't pump. So I go back in, and I'm like, okay, listen, man. Are all your pumps like this? Are they all fucked up? Like, are you making everybody do this? No, sir. You just don't, you clearly don't know how to use it. And that's when I fucking snapped. I was like, you know what, man? Fuck you and fuck this fucking gas station. And I fucking lost my fucking mind. And I put it all over fucking Facebook. And this is what we need. What we need is an app made. So if somebody's watching this, I want to help make it. And I don't care. I don't even need money for it. Somebody else can become a billionaire off of it. But we need a conservative business map for common sense people. So when you do have a bad experience, instead of going to Google, which is bullshit because you can pull down those, when you go to Google, you have a bunch of fucking liberals that spam. Like when we opened up a bar in the Valley, all these people who didn't even go to the bar rated us 1 star, which was wicked. I just used it to my advantage and called them all out. And not one little bitch showed up at the fucking bar because I wanted them to come in and have a drink so I could knock them the fuck out. But anyways, we need a map of businesses that are run by English-speaking individuals or just courteous people that own businesses, so we can support those businesses. Doesn't matter what their color is, doesn't matter their religion, their race, none of that shit, their sexuality, who cares? But they have apps and they have people doing that for support the fucking LGBTQ, go and buy this from this, support, Native community, support this. So there is the divide. The divide is there. We did not create the divide. The divide is fucking there. I just want an app where it's good experiences only. You don't even have to tell the bad experiences. It's just good experiences. But then if that place gets 10 people that say, no, this is all wrong because they got their friends to do it, then there is a judge. There's somebody sitting behind that app getting paid, whatever, 25, 30 bucks an hour to fucking be on a computer and be like, okay, now you've had 10 complaints. You are now, getting down, instead of a green check mark, you're going to an uh-oh face. And then if we get more, then whatever. But you would look into them, not just a 1 star with nothing. It's like proof, you know what I mean? Like a video recording or whatever, because everybody's fucking recording everything. And then the business could say, no, we didn't do that. They can send in a recording, you know what I mean? And be like, no, this is clearly some liberal fucking asshole trying to fucking get me off of this app. And like, look at the interaction. Like, we tried to help this person out, and they were just a dick. You know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, okay. And then that guy gets banned from the app. We need something like this because there is a divide. And as much as most conservative and open mind, so like, I don't like saying conservative because I'm not a government person. I don't like a lot of it, but a lot of my views align with that, you know? Like, I'm not religious in any way, but a lot of my views align with like the people who, you know, are kind of Christians or Catholics or whatever, but I mean, not like the strict stuff, but I don't know. Religion is a whole fucking battleground. But what I'm saying though is it has nothing to deal with all that. It's just the values in being a good person, values in creating the best products or giving the best service without filters, without using like, oh, well, you know what I mean? Like, I have my own things, you know, like I suffer from various illnesses or whatever, I guess you could say, but like, I don't use that to my advantage to go like, well, I'm this, you know, and if you support this community, you should be supporting me. And it seems like that's what everybody does now, you know. Oh, this is the best pizza place because these immigrants moved here and opened it up, and they're so amazing, so beautiful, and blah 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 blah. And it's good that they're helping out. And it's like, yeah, and they get the fucking pizza wrong every single fucking time. And then when you call them, there's nobody that can speak English to you. But good for them, and it is good that people are coming over here and investing, but most of the people are investing the money given to them by our own fucking government. Why are we not fucking supporting the person who had the business for fucking 20 fucking years, but is going under because of fucking COVID, or whatever the fucking government wants to fucking do? Like, there's a goddamn pizza place that was, I can't remember the name of it, but it was out west here, and they were fined like fucking like thousands upon thousands of dollars, and they arrested the owner and shit. Where was everybody then? You know, they shut the fucking trucker convoy down. If the conservative minded and common sense people, we all want equality. We all want to get rid of the divide. But the divide is here. It's here. It's not going anywhere now. It's what they made it. Can we overcome it? Yes, we can overcome it by accepting that this is reality now and helping out the businesses that do run on common sense, despite their color, their race, their religion, or whatever, that do provide good quality work, services, and everything with clear English, so that people in an English-speaking country can fucking understand. So if you support those businesses and the other businesses start going down or whatever, it's like, let the fucking liberal side try to keep them open. And then when they don't, the liberals will notice that how they don't get the services, the good services, and their crying online doesn't go that far. So all of a sudden they might finally come over to the common sense side. Not saying the conservative side. I don't give a shit how they vote. I give a shit how businesses are dealing with it. And we're all dealing, every fucking business now in Canada, every single one of us is dealing with paying too much taxes. And everybody has to raise their rates, and then everybody can't afford anything. And the amount of people, like I was talking, like I tattoo people who work, they work in the mining industry, and they're making over $100,000 a year. But between their union dues and their taxes, they're only clearing like 50K, like 50 fucking thousand. That's it. So the government is taking it. They need trucks to get to work. Now a goddamn truck is fucking over $100,000, which is now luxury taxed, which is crazy. Like, I could see you're buying a fucking 2-seater Ferrari. Fine, Charge that guy a luxury tax. You know, you're buying a goddamn speedboat with 2 fucking rear engines or whatever. Fine, luxury tax. Doesn't need to get on that speedboat to get to work. But a fucking truck, a fucking quadruple cab truck with a long bed that they're going to be paying up the ass for gas mileage and everything else solely because they need to tow a couple things here and there. They want to help their friends fucking move on the weekend. They want to work on, their house and shit and carry supplies in a trailer or the fucking back end. You're charging these people luxury tax. Canada is a fucking abomination when it comes to how they treat their citizens. And the divide that they created, the conservative people, the common sense people, the anti-government people, none of those people created the divide. They all want to prosper. They all want Canada to be something to be proud of again. And if it takes an act to help cut out the fucking businesses that are just being bought up and then just turned into fucking shit, then somebody's got to fucking make that act. And it's the only way to fucking teach those people. Fuck Parliament, fuck all them. There's nothing illegal about a fucking app like that. There's just nothing about it. It's just people recommending it. And the more people that we have that follow that app, that pay for it, and becomes a big app, then all of a sudden, maybe even the consumer is going to be like, oh my God, I've been so fooled by filters and bullshit and fucking, stupid reels and having people like, well, I had to like this restaurant because look at there's fucking 50,000 fucking likes or whatever. It's like, no, man, McDonald's is still around. They're one of the shittiest fucking service places on the fucking planet. They used to be one of the best. They were literally they were the last restaurant to ever switch from frying their stuff in tallow, which is healthy, and they held on. And now the States is actually trying to ban all of it, so because seed oils are so bad. But I'm getting off topic again. But anyways, what I'm saying though is every restaurant, despite the owner, big or small, every business, despite being a service industry, a product service industry, anything is going to be better with the help of common sense people speaking up and having an app like that. And the people that come here and just buy up a fucking business because they pitched in with a couple of their fucking relatives and then want to treat people like absolute fucking shit, well, hey, guess what? Bye-bye. I hope your fucking business sinks, and I hope you have to go back to where the fuck you came from. And that's not racism. That's literally getting rid of fucking ignorant people. Just like the fucking LGBTQ and LMNOP fucking community that literally fucking hates on everybody, but it's like, well, poor me. I don't, just because you take a dick in your ass or you eat fucking pussy means I should buy my fucking pizza or something from you? Get the fuck out of here. Take your fucking rainbow fucking flags and fuck off. Like, all of that shit is the divide. Like I said, they created the divide. It's there. It is not going anywhere. So let's roll with it. Let's say, call me a racist, call me a fucking bigot, call me a fucking asshole, call me this, call me that. Stop fucking dividing everybody between whatever you are. The government already does that. Natives get extra money, they get school, blacks get fucking, there was bailouts for black people to buy in Canada. When my business closed during COVID, my black buddy is all like, I was like, dude, you should go and get this and buy my bar. Because basically it was like a fucking fund set up so that people can buy up COVID closed businesses if you were black in Canada. Which is fucking mind-blowing, man. Because they want us all to fucking hate each other. Like, that's exactly what they want. This divide is not going anywhere. So, let's just support one another, make some sort of app, And if there is one, somebody get at me, man. Just write me my fucking shits on there. And yeah, and then fucking I'll know and I can get this app. I can support it. And we should all be sharing it if there is one. And if not, there's gotta be a genius out there that fucking knows how to do this shit. Anyways, you guys have a great night. I only had this one beer. Well, not even a whole beer, but anyways. 5 City, old school.